So peak week begins. It's Monday, 6 days before the show, and I have a confession to make. I have fucked up. I wasn't going to do a video, guys, because I just didn't think I was up for it, but I want to document this process as best as possible, so I have to document everything. Basically, I ran myself into the ground by the end of last week. Just felt completely fatigued, exhausted, and more importantly, just mentally out of it. Completely drained. By Friday, I just couldn't function. The sleep deprivation has just taken its toll on me, and I decided that I needed to do something about it. So I had a refeed that wasn't planned, which turned into quite a big refeed over the weekend, and I did everything I could to sleep because the sleep deprivation has just been brutal. So yeah, I've basically had a mock peak week now over the weekend, which was not the intention originally. I was gonna just try and maximize the fat loss for another 4 or 5 days before peaking, but unfortunately that didn't happen. But I'm gonna try and turn it into a positive and use it to my advantage, because I found out actually that I can fill out a lot more than originally was planned. So I have got some information that I wouldn't have got otherwise, but I had to do it. Like, my mental health was just gone. As I say, you know, I haven't filmed anything over the weekend because I just haven't felt up for it, but Monday I feel fresh. I've slept for 3 days, and I'm ready, and I feel like now I have a clarity to go into the final week and do all the preparation necessary, and I feel really, really good. So although it was not in the original plan, and I probably have sacrificed a bit of conditioning now, certainly the last little bit of fat loss I've sacrificed, I have got some information about how much I can fill out, and it is what it is at this point. There's nothing I can do about it. So all I can do is focus as much as possible on this peak week. So it's Monday. I've been quite lucky that it's bank holiday, so the first day of depletion I don't have to worry about work. So I'm at the gym now. I'm going to train 3 times. I'm going to do basically a push workout over the day, but I'm going to split it up into 3. So now we're going to do chest for 20-30 minutes, then 30 minutes cardio, come back in a few hours, do shoulders, 20-30 minutes, then cardio, and then come back again, triceps, then cardio. Posing in between, low carbs, you know, as fewer carbs as possible. This won't be the same as the first day of depletion would have been, because now I'm just completely full. So today is pretty much going to be trying to shed the excess water from the weekend, and then I got Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, most of Thursday, to deplete as much as possible. It probably won't be how well I would have originally depleted, but it doesn't matter. It is what it is. So there we go. So I'm gonna try and keep these videos a little bit shorter and not rant too much, but I just want to document the process because I think it's important. So yeah, I'm gonna get in now, do the first workout, and go from there. So I did some posing throughout the day, and this is actually a couple of days later that I'm rewatching this footage, and I just don't know what to think now, because I mean, you can tell just how much I've blown up. I mean, you know, obviously to be 15 pounds heavier over a weekend is ridiculous. And of course, this is during a workout, so I'm pumped up. You know, I'm in the gym lighting. You know, it's gonna look good, but there's part of me that's like, you know, thinks I look really good. But at the time, I was like, well, you know, I'm bound to just be a bloated mess. I mean, you can see like in my lower back, but then look how much my shoulders have blown up. I mean, it's just difficult. I suppose the point that I'm learning myself, and I would definitely make to anybody else looking to do their first competition, is, you know, you need somebody who can like objectively look at you, because towards the end of contest preparation, you just cannot look at yourself, you know, with clarity. Every day you see something different. You feel like you look completely different from day to day, hour to hour even, which is obviously not the case, and that's why I think I've learned, and that's why you need somebody to check up on you. Okay, so we're back from the gym, and this is meal 1. It's about 10:15. We've been up since 5:30, so definitely getting hungry now, but after everything we ate over the weekend, we don't need a lot of calories today. So this is 180 grams chicken breast, 100 grams of mushrooms, and 100 grams of lettuce. This is pretty much what I'll be eating all day. So I'm going to eat this now and then do a quick run through of what I plan to do for peak week. Alright, so what's my plan for peak week? Firstly, what is peak week? Peak week is just the last week of contest preparation, doing a number of different things to get your physique in the best possible presentation for the day. There's a couple of different ways to do it, but a classic is to deplete yourself of glycogen the first half of the week and then load yourself up on carbohydrates to fill out by the end of the week, which is what I'm going to do. So before I say what I'm going to do, I want to make it perfectly clear that this is the first time I'm doing it. I don't have a coach. I don't really know what I'm doing. This is just a combination of research I've been doing, the little bit of experience with the elements that I have done before, putting that together and doing the best I can. And to be honest, for me, I'm excited because whatever happens, I'm gonna learn. If it goes totally wrong, I'm gonna learn. So yeah, it's all good. But I'm not saying for you to follow this. This is just the plan that I have. Okay, so there's 3 different elements. You got water intake, sodium intake, and carbohydrate intake. With the water, my plan is to take 6 to 8 liters a day on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday when I'm depleting. Thursday, the first half I will still be depleting, and then I'm going to start carbing up in the evening. So Thursday I'll have 8 liters minimum. Friday will be a full carb day, so I'll be having about 10 liters of water. And then Saturday, the day before the show, will probably be about 6 liters, although later on towards the week I will be more on the fly because I'll just be monitoring how I look and seeing what I need to do. But the plan at the moment is, the Saturday, about 6 liters of water, weighted towards the first half of the day, and then tapering off towards the evening. Sodium intake will be about 6 to 8 grams of sodium a day. Honestly, I'm not weighing out sodium. I'm just salting every meal and occasionally putting a bit of salt into some water just so I can sip on it throughout the day. That might turn out to be a mistake, so I admit that, but I'm not going to weigh out the sodium. I just salt my food, okay? But salt is necessary for the uptake of carbohydrates. For the first half of the week, we're not having any carbohydrates. It's just to get your body used to having that same amount of sodium per day. I am going to try and keep it, pretty consistent, but it'll just be by salting the meals. Carbs will be as few as possible, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and the first half of Thursday. And then after my last depletion workout Thursday evening, then the carb up will start. My current numbers, based off this weekend now, I'm going to aim for about 500 grams of carbs on Thursday evening, and then 1,000 to 1,200 over the course of Friday. Now, I will be monitoring it throughout the day. It's not like I've said 1,000, so I've got to have 1,000. If all of a sudden I just start bloating up, then I'll put it back. But that's the ballpark. And then Saturday will be completely on the fly, depending on how I wake up, how I look, how I feel. That will determine what I need to do. Again, I will be winging it because I don't have experience. I don't have a coach. I don't have somebody checking on me. I am very much in my head. So, but it is what it is. So that's the plan for peak week. Training wise is just going to be, I did my last leg session over the weekend, so I won't be training legs directly anymore. It'll just be today as being a push workout, tomorrow will be pull, Wednesday will be push again, Thursday pull, and then Friday will just be like an all upper body pump workout. I do see people debating whether you should or shouldn't train just before a show. I don't know, I'm just going to go in there just to move around, try and help with the digestion of all that food, do a little bit of walking just to aid that. I don't know, maybe psychological more than anything, but I'd rather just keep moving, I think, on the Friday when I'm taking in all that food. And that's it. As far as the depletion goes, I said it probably won't be a proper depletion now because of the food that I had over the weekend. But I'll just have to see how that goes. If it turns out that I can't deplete at all over the next couple of days for whatever reason, then I'll change, I'll change the carb up. I won't just say, well, I've still got to take in 1,800 grams of carbs over 2 days. Like, I'll just pull it back. I'll do the best I can. But yeah, I think that's about it for the plan for peak week. Other than that, just continuously work on the posing. Obviously, we've got all like the grooming, shaving, not using deodorant now, things like this, because they'll ruin the tan. We're getting on with all that, but yeah. So anyway, I'm ranting a bit now. So that's the plan for peak week. Right now, I'm gonna get back to the gym pretty soon, do a shoulder workout, more cardio, come back, go again a third time, triceps, more cardio. As I said, today is just trying to get off the excess water from the weekend, and continue that for the next 3 days and see where we are. Meal 2, pretty much the same again, only this is 100 grams of chicken, because I'm going to have the exact same in about an hour and a half and then get back to the gym. So I've split that meal basically into 2, but it's just chicken and lettuce this time. And as I say, this is pretty much all we're going to have today, because the amount of carbs we had over the weekend, we really don't need a lot of calories. All right, meal 3. I was supposed to have this before the gym, but I didn't in the end. I just went so I could do, close to fasted cardio. Yeah, same again. I'm not going to do every meal because it's pretty much just going to be this over and over again. Meals tomorrow and Wednesday will be a little bit different, but today I just need to get rid of some of the water, and we just got chicken and lettuce. So that's meal 3. I think I'll leave it there for the meals and speak to you guys tomorrow. All right, so it's Tuesday morning, day 2 of depletion. Woke up about 6 pounds lighter than what I was yesterday morning, which is good. Friday I was 198, and yesterday morning I was 213, which is absolutely ridiculous, I know. Probably going to end up regretting that a lot, I know, but it is what it is. So I woke up 207 today. Hopefully we can get that down. I do think by now this is going to completely change how I'm going to carb up. I don't think I'm going to be doing a proper big carb up. I mean, I'll just have to see what it's like when we get to Thursday. So I'm here to do some cardio now. Shouldn't really be doing cardio on peak week because it's just going to fatigue the hell out of my legs. So I'm going to do it a little bit different, do some circuits, try and keep it off my legs as much as possible. But yeah, 1, I've got to get off this water weight, and 2, if there is any chance, which I doubt now, of any last little fat burn, then I'm going to try my best. But the way I'm thinking right now is, although I filled out a lot on the weekend, and at one point I felt like it looked really good, afterwards with the water retention, I just feel like there's too big a risk of doing a big carb up, and because I'm not quite lean enough, I think it would be better to focus on the condition and coming in as dry as possible than trying to fill out as much as possible, because that's just it's a lot riskier, and if I spill over I'll just be devastated. So I think I'll just sacrifice some size to try and come in as conditioned as possible. But yeah, meals are pretty much going to be the same again, guys, like as yesterday, so I'm not going to bother like doing every meal. I'll just update if anything comes to mind, and then yeah, we'll get to the carb up and see what happens. All right, so it's Wednesday morning, back at the gym, back at it again, and I feel like shit today, I gotta be honest. The plan has completely changed again. Basically, I woke up at 206.5, and from yesterday in the gym, I feel like yesterday I was very close to where I want to be, and I'm guessing that today is pretty much where I would want to be. Well, I think the best look for me, based on what I can gather at the moment, is if I was on stage about 203, 204. I think that would be the best look for me that I can achieve right now. I didn't get as lean as I would have liked, so I'm a bit gutted about that. But so what I was originally going to do is completely deplete until Thursday and then do a carb up. But judging on the numbers of the scale at the moment, like, that's just not going to work. Like, I'm not going to deplete past 203 by Thursday, carb up to say 205, 206, and then drop down to 203, 204. I just can't see that happening. So I won't be doing a big carb up. What I'm going to do is reintroduce carbs today. I'm going to keep them low, but just enough to get through the day, because you know, zero carbs is just, well, suffering really. Especially, you know, it's work is the problem. Going to work with no carbs, it just kills me. So yeah, I'm gonna have a little bit of carbs, keeping them low, because I am still gonna keep the calories very low today and the first half of tomorrow. If there is any chance of pulling any tiny little bit of fat, then I'm gonna try over the next 2 days. I don't know if that's a bad idea at this point, because the thing is, one of the most important things you should be doing during peak week is resting. You know, you want your body as fresh as possible on stage, and you know, the best way would be to rest. But problem is, I'm not in the condition I would like to be. But at this point, I don't know if I'm gonna change my condition all that much, but I feel like it is what it is. So I am gonna, yeah, try for the next 2 days, just up the carbs a little bit. Then Thursday evening, do a moderate carb up after the last workout, because by that point I would have done a push workout Monday, a pull on Tuesday, push on Wednesday, and another pull workout on Thursday. So I do want to replenish some glycogen from that, but it won't be a whole lot. And then I'll see how things are Friday morning, and then I would imagine it's just going to be a moderate amount of carbs, just coast through the day, and then it's a final pump workout in the evening. You know, most of the carbs of that day will be around that pump workout, and then I imagine, yeah, nothing then on Saturday. Hopefully then, you know, by the end of that day, be in the ballpark of like 205 before I go to bed. A little bit of water manipulation, ready for Sunday, and yeah, hopefully I'll be on stage about 203, 204. That's just what I'm guessing right now. As I've said, guys, you know, I am winging this, so I don't know. Maybe I'm trying to do two conflicting things, like trying to pull off a last bit of fat and then, but also being overcarbed. I just don't know. I just don't know. I'm trying my hardest, and yeah, you know, I'm starting to learn. I understand why, you know, people have people monitor them, checking them. You know, it's very difficult to do it yourself, because you just can't see things objectively. You know, you just, at this point, your mind is mush, and you know, you see something different every day and you start panicking about different things, and but that's the plan. That's the plan. Basically, I feel like I'm close to where I am now, so I want to just basically coast down to where I want to be, but just with that little spike to replenish the glycogen from like the 4 workouts that I've had this week. So that's the plan. We'll see what happens, but yeah, get in there, do some cardio, and yeah, hopefully feel a little bit better. Quick update, just did 30 minutes walk on the treadmill and I feel a whole lot better. So little tip, start your day with some exercise, you'll feel great. It's great for your mind, it's great for your body. And now it's time to eat.